Hello and welcome to TTV News, some latest events in the province. And now coming to details. Ladies and gentlemen, continue in workings program. On the morning of February 23rd, the supervision delegations of Provincial National Assembly delegation was with the Departments of Health. Ms. TayNinhTV, Deputy Head of the Provincial National Assembly delegation, chaired the supervision session.
In recent times, the Department of Health has innovated the organization and management system, improving the quality and operational efficiency of public service units. The sector's organizational structure is streamlined. By the end of 2023, the sector had 18 public service units. Regarding the resource of staff streamlining, in the period of 2018-2023, the total number of staff streamlining is 106 officers. Speaking at the monitoring session, leaders of the Department of Health, representatives of agencies and public service units said difficulties and issues that members of the monitoring team were interested in, such as questions about the current legal mechanism for public units to operate, correct and full calculation of service prices. Is the current autonomy in units real or not? Why is it difficult to attract doctors to work at lower levels? Concluding the supervision session, Ms. TayNinhTV said the difficulties that the provincial health sector is facing. At the same time, she requested the Department of Health to fully supplement the documents to forward it to the competent authorities for consideration and resolution according to regulations.
The service team of Standing Committee of Taynan City People's Council, led by Ms. Hồ Tuyết Huỳnh Mai, Vice Chairwoman of the City People's Council, has just had a working sessions with the city's Construction Investment Projects Management Board. People's committees of Ward 3 on the walls of buildings and implementing the medium-term public investment plans for the periods of 2021-2025. Attending the delegations, there were also Ms. Hoàng Thị Hoàng Anh, Vice Chairwoman of the City People's Committee.
Currently implementing the resolution on medium-term public investments for the period of 2021-2025. The City Construction Investment Project Management Board was assigned by the City People's Committee to be the investor of 266 projects with total investment capital until 2023 nearly 1,760 billion Vietnam dong. Through focused implementation, most projects and works are guaranteed by the City Construction Investment Project Management Board on time, according to the provisions of the law on public investment, contributing to completing public investment disbursement targets assigned by the province. Projects that have been accepted and put into use are of high quality and bring about socio-economic efficiency and urban aesthetics of the city. According to the medium-term public investment plan for the period of 2021-2025, there are 46 projects in Ward 3. Projects and works are carried out within the prescribed time. On February 22nd and 23rd in Phú Quốc City, Kiên Giang Province, the Navy delegation came to inspect training preparations for 2024 in Naval Region 5. Through inspection, it has been shown that Navy Region 5 has done a good job of propaganda, education, training and fostering of officers at the beginning of the year according to regulations, facilities, training grounds, and other aspects of logistic and technical work are deployed synchronously. The work of receiving new soldiers and organizing the training launch ceremony is carefully prepared, ready to receive and complete assigned tasks. On February 23rd, TayNin Education Union organized a women's volleyball tournament to celebrate International Women's Day, March 8. This year, women's volleyball tournament attracted 14 teams with more than 140 amateur athletes who are teachers and school staff in the province. Competition format is one last knockout until final. Official competition time from February 23rd to February 25th, 2024. The tournament aims to promote the movement of physical training and sports competition among officials, teachers, union members and workers in the education sector, contributing to preserving and improving health to ensure good teaching and learning. Vietnamese Poetry Day in Tay and Poetry Night in 2024. This year's 22nd Vietnam Poetry Day with the theme Country Harmony displays famous poems over time by authors Huy Cận, Xuân Diệu, Tố Hữu and award-winning poems in poetry contest in 2024 of Tay province. In addition, 14 booths have been prepared by the organizing committee, including calligraphy booths, book displays, photography booths, introducing recycled products from waste, displaying products that meet outcome standards, and agricultural products. Typical industries of the province such as custard apple, cantaloupe, salt, rice cake, create conditions for businesses, cooperatives, and production facilities to have opportunities to reach the people. Within the framework of the program, there are other exciting activities such as the Youth Elegant Contest in TayNinhTV province in 2024, performing poetry recitations, playing Southern đơn ca tài tử, and performing songs to celebrate the party and spring. Last for 2 days of the program. On the afternoon of February 23rd, the final and closing round of the football tournament to celebrate the party and the New Year of Dragon on TayNinhTV TKP Cup 2024 took place at the Sports Training and Competition Center of Tay province. Through dramatic matches, the two teams of the Department of Education and Training of Tay province and the Botega Command of Tay province excelled in the championship match. In the final, the two teams played a dramatic and exciting match with many good and beautiful plays, with a uniform team, superior technique, good coordination between the lines, along with flexible playing style. The players of the Department of Education and Training won a worthy victory with a score of 2-0, becoming the champion team of football tournament to celebrate the party, the New Year of the Dragon on TayNinhTV TKP Cup in 2024. At the end of the final round, the organizing committee conducted a closing ceremony and awarded the championship trophy and individual awards to the outstanding players. As a result, the championship team went to the Department of Education and Training, and the second prize went to the Provincial Botega Command. The Provincial Bills Committee had just issued a plan to implement the Rehabilitation Development Program for the period of 2024-2030 with a vision to 2050 in the province. Specifically, the Provincial People's Committee recommends the following agencies and units: health departments, educational establishments, affiliated agencies of the Department of Labor, Welfare and Social Affairs, and localities to carry out important tasks such as strengthening the prevention of prenatal and newborn disabilities for children, developing early detection and intervention of disabilities, reduction of disabilities in the community, ensuring over 90% of children from birth to 6 years old are screened for early detection and intervention of disabilities. Along with that, the province will also focus on developing human resources for rehabilitation, maintaining the ratio of medical staff working in the field of rehabilitation to at least 0.8 people per 10,000 people.
In recent times, in addition to successfully completing the task of preparing for training and combat readiness, the training battalion of the 174 Infantry Regiment Provincial Military Command has also promoted the direction not only rowing ropes, but also raising livestock in order to ensure a clean food source to protect the health of new soldiers as entering training at the unit. Before the new year, they guided officers and soldiers to increase clean vegetable production. Thanks to that, up to now, this unit vegetable garden of more than 3,000 square meters has developed very well. Most green vegetables are grown good, carefully selected seed, using 100% manure and organic fertilizers, so the quality of vegetable is always fresh, high quality, ensure clean and soft vegetable. Thereby, it has contributed to helping officers and soldiers in the unit ensure their health, feel secure in their work, and perform well their assigned tasks.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 30 years of innovation and development, Vietnam's economy is facing great challenges from both inside and outside. This is an issue that many experts mention at the policy dialogue, 30 years of Vietnam's development, looking back on the past and responding to new challenges. The events were organized by the Japanese Nations Institutes for Policy Research in collaboration with the National Economics Universities and many units on February 22nd in Hanoi.
According to delegates, after 30 years of innovation and development, Vietnam has grown positively, transitioned from a low-income economy based on agriculture to a newly industrialized economy with lower middle income. Vietnam's goal is to become a high-income developed country by 2045. To achieve this goal, the economy will have to grow at an average annual rate of 7% over the next 22 years. However, Vietnam's population is aging rapidly and wages are increasing. Environmental degradation, climate change, and automation are on the rise. The COVID-19 pandemic, instability, and political conflicts in many parts of the world are posing unprecedented challenges that could undermine progress toward development goals.
I think the fundamental problem is that how you make policies and implement policies, and then if the policy doesn't work, you have to revise the policies. This policy mechanism is lacking in Vietnam. I think you have too many symposiums and policy documents issued every year. You have many discussions, but you have to have.
It is necessary to implement an inclusive development model in the most complete and multi-dimensional way, not only from the perspective of the space between dynamic areas and non-regional areas. The driving force is that from a business perspective, especially between state-owned enterprises and FDI enterprises and private enterprises, there must be a more level playing field. Therefore, according to delegates, in the coming period, it is necessary to promote structural transformation to increase labor productivity, focus on promoting startup policies so that domestic businesses can take advantage of markets and technology opportunities to invest in industrial production. Along with that, continue to promote improvement of the business investment environment, making good use of resources from the private economy.
The Onion on the morning of February 22nd, the Ministries of Construction have a national conference to implement the investment process to build at least 1 million social housing apart for low-income people and industrial park workers in the periods of 2021-2030.
With the close and rustic direction of the government and the Prime Minister, the proactive participation of ministry, branches, central agencies and localities, the results of implementing the project, investment in construction of at least 1 million social apartments for low-income people and industrial park workers in the period of 2021-2030 have been so far achieved important milestones. The whole country has currently planned 1,249 land plots with a scale of 8,390 hectares for social housing, an increase of more than 5,000 hectares compared to 2020. There are 499 social housing projects nationwide that have been implemented with a scale of more than 411,250 apartments, of which the number of completed projects is 71 projects with a scale of 37,868 units. Besides the achieved results, many opinions believe that we need to frankly admit that the implementation of the project still has many difficulties, limitations, and obstacles. Specifically, investment procedures are cumbersome, difficult to access loans, or even slow implementation in many localities. According to our basic assessment of the policy, it is basically complete. The problem is implementation in localities. In our opinion, where there is proper attention to social housing projects, the projects are very convenient for implementation. According to the Ministry of Construction, by 2024, the whole country will strive to complete about 130,000 apartments. This is also a very high requirement and goal, requiring ministry, branches, and localities to closely follow and more drastically implement the proposed project tasks. In addition, it is necessary to review the implementation of 120,000 billion river rental rated package to have solutions to remove and promote access and disbursement of this rated package. Recently, using professional measures, the Cybersecurity and High-Tech Crime Prevention and Control Department under TayNinhTV Police coordinated with Goyo District Police to arrest Trần Thanh Vĩ, 28 years old, residing in Duy Xuyên District, Quảng Nam Province, to investigate and clarify fraudulent property appropriation in cyberspace through social networks. Trần Thanh Vĩ bought 5 ATM cards and many reactivated phone SIM cards. Then he used the internet to write and download pictures of motorbikes parked or stacked in the warehouse. After that, he created many Facebook social network accounts with many different names, posted pictures of different types of motorbikes and advertised them for sale with the content selling cheap motorbikes, including documents with prices ranging from 5 million Vietnam dong to 25 million Vietnam dong. At the same time, he provided a phone number for the buyer to contact. When someone calls or texts via the messenger app to ask to buy a motorbike, Trần Thanh Vĩ requests the buyer to deposit 10% of the value of the motorbike the customer wants to buy. In order for the buyer to trust, we ask the buyer to take a photo of their citizen identification card and send it via Zalo and Messenger so that we could make a vehicle documents and license plates. But in fact, we fake the vehicle registration certificate and license plates for motorbike on the internet and then send it to the buyer so that we can receive the remaining money. After receiving the buyer's money, we block contact with the buyer. With the above method, from 2020 until now, we has defrauded and appropriated money from many people in many different localities, with a total of about 700 million Vietnam dong. I use the internet to save car images to post on Facebook. The victim saw it on Facebook and texted me asking to buy a car. I asked for a deposit and transfer additional shipping money. After I received money, I told them 2 or 3 days later they will be received the motorbike, but I actually didn't have any to deliver. In another case, Han Nguyên Khang, 22 years old, living in Hoa Thanh Thao, also created many accounts, then posted information to receive services for running social network ads, supporting interaction, and handling issues on Facebook accounts, get back disable accounts, increase likes and followers. When a customer requests to use one of the services, can contact, discuss, negotiate, and send messages through the Zalo account Nguyên Khang, Dr. Facebook, or Nguyên Khang, with a commitment that it is definitely possible with its service costing from 500,000 Vietnam dong to 5 million Vietnam dong and requiring customers to transfer money via bank account. After the customer transfer money, can block contact and appropriate the money to use to buy drugs and gamble online. With the project from the beginning of 2023 until now, Khang has appropriated over 480 million Vietnam dong from many people in TayNinhTV province and other provinces and cities. It can be seen that the tricks of fraudsters in cyberspace are becoming more and more sophisticated and changing unpredictably, making the investigation and capture of the perpetrators encounter many difficulties because in cyberspace, the perpetrators often taking advantage of anonymity and borderlessness to commit crimes.
Chúng tôi sẽ áp dụng tổng hợp các biện pháp nghiệp vụ của ngành công an.
We will use a combination of professional measures from the police sector to carry out our following tasks: preventing, selecting, warning, coordinating with the Department of Information and Communications to block websites that operate in violation of social network accounts with problems related to fraud, coordinate with the banking system to prevent bank accounts that could be used to commit fraud. It can be seen that, along with the positive sides, social networking sites also have inherent downsides. Therefore, each person needs to be careful in choosing and using social networks intelligently so as not to get immersed in the virtual environment and forget real life.
That's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us and goodbye for now.